Hey, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
Andio.
We are KAMMA about to talk about the final predictions for the main card, UFC Fight Night Vegas 94. We got Amanda Lemos versus Verna Jandiroba. And to start this one off, I will start it off as we usually do in the main card. We're looking at on the left hand side. We got uh, who do we got? This guy's name is so hard to say.
Go do ho.
Du Ho Choi versus Bill Algeo on the right. Okay, so my pick stays the same. I'm going with Bill Algeo in this one. And as we can see here, looking at these two, Du Ho Choi is in great shape, man. He's ripped. He's got abs. But Bill Algeo is also in very, very good shape. And he's much taller than Du Ho Choi. Man, Du Ho Choi almost looked like the vibe I was getting from him was he looks like he's got a cocky look on his face, man. He looks like he's cocky and like he thinks that he could beat Bill Algeo.
He could.
I think he's thinking of his older days when he actually used to be good and and beat a few guys. How long ago? 8 years ago.
He
Okay.
beat a guy, this last guy 8 years ago, yeah.
Okay, so when he used to be good back in the day, okay, I think he still has this cocky attitude that he thinks that he's that good. I mean, buddy, you lost to Cub Swanson by unanimous decision. You lost to Jeremy Stevens, you got knocked out. You lost to Charles Jourdain, you got knocked out. And then there was a draw, but against Kyle Nelson, majority decision there. But I just don't feel like Du Ho Choi is going to beat Bill Algeo. Bill Algeo, as you can see, is much taller, man, at 6 foot. He's going to have that couple of inches of height advantage. He's going to have 3 inches of reach advantage. And we already talked about it in the early predictions, man. Bill Algeo is the man on the ground. This guy is grappling in this wrestling is all-star. He's really good, and he's decent on the feet. I just don't see what Du Ho Choi is going to be able to do here to get the win. He's not even looking that great. So, yeah, my pick stays the same. I got Bill Algeo to win this one, and I got him winning by submission or decision in this one.
Yeah, I got the super kid because I feel like he's a lot less shop worn than Algio, and I think he has more power. I really don't think if it gets to the ground that he's going to be able to sub him because he's never been subbed. I don't think it's going to happen against Algio. And look, Algio has 8 losses, and they come from somewhere. Yeah, and here I think I'm just gonna go with the feeling here and go with Superboy.
All
By
right. Well, I mean,
yeah,
he
by
got his
not
last,
by
he
by
got his
knockout or
last
decision.
knockout in 2016. If you want to talk about knockout power, 2016, man, I had knockout power in 2016. I mean, I don't think this guy's gonna have that same power now, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have it for sure. Because what do you think you have to work on for 4 years in the Korean Army, man? Besides your power, if you're a fighter. So yeah, knockout decision, Superboy.
All right, we are in disagreement in this one here. We'll move on up to the next fight. We've got on the left-hand side. You take it away.
All right, so we got Cody Durden on the left here against Bruno Silva. Oh, okay. This is such a close fight for me here. I think Cody Durden's gonna try and take him down like he always does. I think he's gonna try and take advantage of some new techniques in his striking that he used, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to beat Bruno Silva here. I think Bruno Silva is gonna catch him with some nice hard shots and surprise him with a submission victory because Durden's very susceptible towards subs. And I know Silva has a lot of power, but Dern's never been knocked out. So I expect Silva to clamp on the sub at some point. Who you got, real deal?
All right, so in this one, man, Cody Durden and Bruno Silva, man, these guys look like they were gonna fight right at the face-offs, man. These guys at first were in each other's face. Um,
They were having a talk or something for like a long time.
yeah, Cody Durden was talking shit to Bruno Silva, and in the early predictions, I had Bruno Silva, but I switched my pick. I have
Oh,
switched my pick in this one. I am now going for Cody Durden in this one. Cody Durden, man, this guy is a dog. This guy will fight for your money. He will fight his ass off.
Yes.
He's going to go in there. He's going to try to grapple. He's going to try to wrestle. He's going to grapple. He's going to strike. He's going to do everything he can to get the win. He is a dog. And I think that because this is a close fight, look at the difference in the size here, man. I honestly, I didn't know that Bruno Silva was that much smaller than Cody Durden.
At the beginning, I thought Durden was going to be smaller. Yeah.
Man, Cody Durden looks more pumped than Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva's got that stupid smile on his face that I don't like when fighters do that at the face-offs.
So did Algio before, if you noticed.
True. Cody Durden looks bigger than Bruno Silva. I think Cody Durden is a little bit more muscular and ripped than than Bruno Silva. And I think he's going to get the win because of it, man. I just think he's going to get the win because of the grit and because of the fact that he's going to be larger and bigger than Bruno Silva. I think Bruno Silva is going to struggle to take down Cody Durden. Cody Durden's defense is pretty decent for takedowns. He's also very scrambly and very shifty on the ground.
Cody Durden is going to be the one trying to get this down, though, guaranteed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Bruno is going to try also maybe to take him down. I don't think he'll succeed. I think that Cody Durden can get him on the ground, but he just has to be careful and avoid the submissions, and he can get the win here by decision. I got Cody Durden winning this one by decision, or maybe possibly a knockout, because man, Bruno Silva is so much smaller. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I switched my pick just because of the size difference here. When I saw this, I was like, wait a second here. I thought that Cody was a little bit bigger, but I didn't think he was bigger in size as well. I was like, nah, man, I got to switch the pick. I'm going with Cody Durden in this one, man. All right, so we disagree. I have switched my pick, and now we disagree on this one here. So we're going to move on up to the next fight. All right, we got here on the left-hand side, it is Kurt Hollabaugh, and on the right, we got Kenan Krachewski. My pick is going to stay the same in this one. I like Kenan Krachewski to get the win here. As we can see, both of these guys are very muscular. Both of these guys are in great shape. They're both ripped. They're both pretty strong. You got a tiny, slight height advantage there for Kenan. I like the haircut of Kenan there with that Z in his hair there. He looks pretty cool. I think Kenan is going to be a bit tougher though in this one, man. Hollabaugh, we've seen this guy. He tries to go in there and get a finish, but Trey Ogden beat him by unanimous decision in his last fight. Prior to that, he did beat Austin Hubbard, but before that, it was all cans. At least Kenan, he did lose to Elvis Brenner, but looked really good in the Contender Series with that rear naked choke submission he got. And he also fought a bunch of cans, but really brutally finished them, all of them. So he either subbed all of them or knocked them out. So I think this is going to be a good fight. I don't think it's going the distance, that's for sure, but I got Kenan winning this one by finish, KO or submission in this one.
Kenan Krajewski actually fought decent competition before the UFC, though, like former UFC guys too.
Okay, good to know. There you go.
Yeah, so he's not a pushover here, but neither is Kurt Hollabaugh. Like Kurt Hollabaugh got beaten down by Ogden because he just has no get-up game. But I do believe the submissions from Krajewski are better. I think he's live for that. Also, Hollabaugh took a lot of damage in his career. I expect Kenan to walk him down and either put him away by knockout or a decision here.
All right, in agreement with this fight here, we both have Kenan. All right, moving on up to the next fight.
All right, so next here we got on the left Steve Garcia against Sung Woo Choi. And I'll start this one off with a little proverb. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And that's why Sung Woo Choi is going to come out with a knockout victory here. Like I said before, both these guys get knocked down multiple times a fight. Steve Garcia believes, I think at this point, is all he has to do is just go in there and knock his head off. I expect the same sort of style from him. This time he's going to have a willing partner in doing that. These guys are going to go off on each other. I can't wait for this fight. And I just think it's going to catch up to Steve Garcia like this time, How many times can you go doing the same thing and winning every fight? Sung Woo Choi is tough. He's going to be able to survive a couple knockdowns, and I predict the third will keep Steve Garcia down. About you,
All right, we are in disagreement, man. I'm sticking with my pick. I got Steve Garcia, man, for sure in this one, man. Sung Woo Choi is not that great. The guy, I mean, Sung Woo Choi, if he didn't beat Jarno Aarons there by decision, he was looking like absolute trash. He got knocked out by Michael Trezano. He lost to Josh Kulabayo by split decision. He lost to Alex Caceres. He got submitted. And he did beat Julian Erosa, though. The thing about Steve Garcia that I like, last fight he beat Melquizael Costa, who's very, very decent, and he knocked him out. He also knocked out Shayilan Nurdembieke, and he knocked out Chase Hooper. Uh,
yeah. So I guess the Costa win is the only decent win there.
he did lose to Mahashate Hayasire, but he did also knock out Charlie Ontiveros. Like I said, man, Steve Garcia's got power in his hands. And, I mean, Sung Woo Choi got knocked out by Michael Trezano. I think he can knock him out, man. I think that Steve Garcia will knock out Sung Woo Choi. And not to mention, Sung Woo Choi gets bruised and bloodied up and cut very easily on his face. You'll see it in this fight. His eyes, they start to shut, they get red, they get puffy, and then he starts to bruise and get red all over the face.
So
And
is that why he's going to lose the decision? You're going to say?
this is the reason why I think that either there's going to be a TKO doctor stoppage here when Steve Garcia finishes rearranging his face, or he just knocks him out cold and puts him on the ground. So I got Steve Garcia winning by KO or decision in this one. I just think he's too much for Sung Woo Choi. I think that Sung Woo Choi is not going to be able to be as durable, and I think he's going to get knocked out or get badly hurt in this one. So I got Steve Garcia, baby. All right. Moving on. So we are in disagreement with this one as well. Moving on up the card to the next fight. And this one is going to be the main event of the evening. Folks, we have to tell you guys a very disappointing news. We did lose a fight in this one. Unfortunately, the fight between Jung Young Park and Brad Tavares got canceled. Unfortunately, Jung Young Park wasn't medically cleared to fight, so they had to cancel the fight, unfortunately, there, which is why we had to go straight to the main event here with Verna Jandaroba on the right and Amanda Lemos on the left. Who you got here, Andy O?
Yeah, here I'm going to be sticking with Verna Jandiroba. I think she's going to be able to stay away from Limos's power, uh, which is very, very something she should really try to avoid. And I think she will do that by sticking to her the way she does, trying to get her down, trying to look for those subs. And I think Lemos is going to wear out a little bit. Verna's also got to be a little careful down there too, because Lemos knows what she's doing. But I predict this is more Verna's time, and I predict she's going to follow through with a victory here, either by sub or decision.
Exactly, man. I like Verna Jandaroba in this one as well. We are in agreement. Really like this one. You can see here they're both about the same height. They're both in great shape. Verna Jandaroba looks like a dude. Very, very muscular, thicker arms. She's got like I don't know, man. She is just looking like a beast here. There's no way I can't see Amanda Lemos being able to beat her, man. Once Amanda Lemos tries to get in close, you'll see Verna Jandaroba will take her down easily, get her on the ground, keep her on the ground for a while, and possibly latch in a submission. She will attempt many submissions in this fight, that is for sure, and she might actually get one, or she'll win a decision from the control time and the amount of takedowns. She's relentless with takedowns. She's also good in the clinch, and if they're on the edge on the cage, she'll use the cage to her advantage to take her down. She's very good at that. Very good at taking down these fighters in the clinch. And she's got very, very tricky trips and ways to get takedowns, man.
She's going to have to, because she's finished if she doesn't like.
I just don't think that Amanda Lemos is going to be able to land enough punches to get any kind of damage on Verna. I just think that Amanda Lemos will try to strike with her, but Verna is going to just be all about the ground. And I think that's what's going to happen in this fight, man. And just Amanda Lemos just won't have time or have enough strikes landing on Verna. So Verna Jandaroba by submission or decision is the pick.
Yes.
Anything else you got to say to the folks here for this card?
No, that's it. Stay tuned for the betting show. Like and subscribe.
Really sucks that we lost Jung Young Park and Brad Tavares, man. I was looking forward to that fight, man. And
I had Park for what it's worth.
yeah, I had Park as well in that one, man. And I was waiting for the Iron Turtle to do some damage, but unfortunately, we're going to miss out on that fight. We're sorry, folks, if the order of the fight gets changed. That's not our fault. We are going by what we see. So this is what we have as the order with that fight being canceled. So like and subscribe, folks, and stay tuned for our betting video coming up next.
KBB, baby.
Peace out, folks.